In this video, we're taking a look at Washington again last year in 2023 with Kalen Deboer and their 12 personnel sets. And right here, just like they do most of the year, their 12 personnel sets, they like to make it look like two fullbacks. It's really interesting to see how these defensive ends play it. Do they play it like he's a fullback? Do they play like it's tight end, like right here? It's a wide 9. Right here looks like a 7. But really interesting set. Of course, in line, they could do pretty close to the same thing. Of course, some of their pulling, different things like that, they have to get off the ball for that. But really interesting set. We'll dive right in and see some things from Washington from this past year that are a little bit different. And the very first thing we're looking at right here, I have it labeled as counter, but I'm pretty sure it's actually power. And reason being, as you're watching right here, they get a little bit of motion here because they want him to be the first guy there. So he's going to be that D-gap player. Everybody else is down blocking back, and he's pulling for the front side linebacker gap hinge here on the back side with a tackle. So right here as you see it, this DN right here, outside linebacker, gets way upfield. So right here he should be kicking, but since he gets so far upfield, he just leaves him, not worried about him. He works all the way up to that safety, which is pretty interesting right there. Great job there by the fullback, not just being a robot, because he knows that if he's that wide, then they're going to beat him with speed. And that's what happens right here. As you're looking at it again, just down blocking here, front side all the way to the center, gap hinge, pulling for the front side linebacker here by the guard. Gets square, absolutely mollywops this dude. Just runs through his face, and right there, even the single receiver is going in there trying to block the safety. As you roll it back, you can see safety had rolled down into the box. Single receiver is leaving that corner. So really, they should have everybody taken care of. But right there, Cal's getting upfield. Washington's running power right at him. Big gain right there for the running back. Gets in the secondary really easily. Interesting way to run power. Now, of course, they do run this motion like this just a little bit where they start him early and do a few other things, and we'll see that as we go. Very next play right here, we actually do see this motion. So he starts a little bit early, making it like that power that they ran. Then everybody's just full sliding to the left. He's right there off the D-gap. But they fake the running back to the weak side right here. So running back, he's actually going to check. His protection is going to the flats. You got to post. You got to climb right here, working across. So it really just gets back to that weak flood that so many teams run so many different ways. But right here, as you see, everybody steps in for the run. Again, 12 personnel set, hard play action out of the pistol. Got those linebackers to step up. These guys, it looks like they're playing like a cover 3 back here. Post hopefully taking this corner and the safety. And right here, as you see, that climb comes wide open. Back's trying to get out for the check down because his protection keys didn't end up blitzing, so he's trying to get out. But right there, easy throwing catch, tons of space right there on that cover 3. Everybody had their eyes in the backfield, so they stepped up, opened up a huge window right there for that intermediate crosser. Same play, possibly same game again. A little bit of motion here, working there. Everybody's full sliding. You got your climb, you got a post. Play action right here. If this backer doesn't blitz, the safety doesn't roll down, blitz, and he's going to get out. He's going to go to the flats, and that's what he does right here. Again, post, climb, there's your check down from the back. Right here on this one, as you see again, climb's got a little bit tighter coverage. Maybe they're playing man-to-man here on the outsiders. It's safety trying to catch up to him. Had to throw him away. Great job keeping him moving. Again, explosive play right there. Post dig, check down there with the back. Good throw and catch there against a little bit tighter coverage. This time against Cal, and of course that first clip where we saw him run that power counter, they ran it that direction, ran power. And this time they're faking that way, but he's starting with that motion. Full slide with the line, post, climb, check down. You can see right here with that fake, safety sliding down into the box, especially with that motion. You can see climb working across. Plenty of time here for Penix, lets this thing work. And this right here is unbelievable throw and catch, really tight coverage. Pretty good job here. I think this is a safety or a linebacker or somebody, but this is really pretty good coverage. Look at that window that he has to throw it to. About a 2-foot window that he had to hit, and he laid it up there. That's one of the reasons why Penix, he can push the ball down intermediately and still be extremely accurate against tight coverage. And, of course, he's got some guys that go make the plays for him as well. But really good throw and catch. And as you can see, there's the post, taking a couple guys with them. They're able to take that intermediate. Good play action and really good throw and catch. Here's another passing concept a ton of teams run. Here's motion. They're getting to a flood right here. FOR, you got him look like he's running a climb, then he runs the out. You got your flat right here, a little bit of play action in the box as well. So right here's the motion, faking across, getting pretty good pro here on this one. As you see, you go on post, looks like he's working across on that climb, then he 6 foot in the ground and works back across the field into that flat area where this linebacker is vacating. So right there with that motion, ends up taking this outside linebacker right here, high-low right there, tight end, great route, sells it. This Mike, or outside linebacker, looks lost. Now works back into that void. Makes it look a lot harder than it really should, having to dive, make this play. He's wide open. I mean, this is a heck of a scheme. Linebacker gets lost, gets his eyes off of the receiver. Then he breaks in that, again, intermediate window. Pretty much the same thing, just you're putting two guys to the same side on this one. Instead of having that guy climbing across, now he's acting like he's climbing, and then he goes to that same area that they're attacking right there. Safety corner off, intermediate guy in the deep flats, and you got another guy shallow with that motion from the Z. This play right here is a really good way, and we just saw a little bit of motion right here, and they ran the flood back over here. Got three receivers this time. They end up running a flood route over here to the single side, and that's really interesting how they end up getting to it. Of course, you're getting a play action, you're getting back there to the flats, you're getting a vertical right here, and you're getting a chip, and he's ended up coming over here. So really, instead of a flat route there by the back, he ends up wheeling. So it's probably a post. You got a wheel there from the back, so if they're not chasing that guy on the play action, they can hit that guy down the sideline, and then they've got this tight end who makes contact here, and then he works across. Of course, that fly motion, you're getting these guys' eyes there. With that motion, the way that everything takes place on this, half roll this way, eyes to the middle of the field, probably looking one. You got two, back that's ended up trying to wheel right here. You see that outside linebacker corner's running really hard. You got three to the tight end. So again, get into a flood. So three receivers to the side, basically attacking the flats over there. And with the half roll away and that motion and play action, a lot of different misdirection plays right here. And of course the defense, they get their eyes in the wrong spot, they lose their man, and an easy throw and catch right there. Explosive play on an easy throw for the tight end right there, right on the fringe of the red zone. You see right there on the 25, great area to call one of these plays that are shot. Again, starting this A set, there's your motion. He's going post, faking it to him, going wheel. Tight end's chipping, and he's going to the flats right there. So again, probably looking one for if he pops wide open, two on the wheel. Maybe you saw something on play action where they weren't checking him, and then three on the check down right there. He's probably MOR, FOR right there on the outside, taking this guy off. Again, great misdirection play right here. Able to take advantage of it, get an easy completion to the tight end on about the 25-yard line, gets down inside the goal line, probably about to the 8-yard line. Last play that we're going to look at right here, and this is play that a ton of teams have been running. The Dolphins ran it a lot. Texas is running a lot, and it's a little bit of an RPO here on this. And typically outside, mid, maybe inside zone here, you're reading this defensive end. If he squeezes enough that you're not going to get hit in the face to look at this bang 8, you're going to pull it. You're looking 1, 2 on the wheel, 3 to the check down. You've got the option to run there as well. On this one, as you're looking at it, again, as soon as the ball snap, he's going right there. Maybe a little bit of early motion right there, going to the flats. Downhill, it's just like inside zone. This defensive end squeezes, so he's not getting into the quarterback's face. He's not rushing. If he would have been rushing, getting upfield, you hand this thing, let him possibly bend it back towards him. And as you're looking right here, outside linebacker's dropping pretty hard. There's your bang 8. Got to throw it through the window, anticipate this. Boom, puts it on him. Easy throw and catch against that cover 3. As you see this flat route right here, took this outside linebacker. Now, of course, if they would have been lifting or if that guy's a little bit tighter coverage, you can get off of. Now you got this second flat coming right here from this other tight end. He'd be out leveraging this inside linebacker who had to step into the box. If he doesn't step into the box and he's chasing hard right here, maybe he's getting upfield, and there's nobody left for that running back. But we'll look at about 4 or 5 more clips. Definitely one of their favorite plays, as it was for the Dolphins and Texas Longhorns as well. Here's a look right here. Looks like the fun bunch is in, so second quarterback and everything. Not sure if it's something where they're seeing maybe this corner fire, seeing how wide these guys are, that they don't really like pulling this and getting it out there. It's probably just a numbers deal, because you're looking right here, you got 1, 2, 3 guys outside the tackle for our 3 receivers, so might hand this thing off, see what happens. Of course, young guy, if you're unsure with RPO, hand the ball off. That's what they end up doing right here. And of course, with these guys going to the flats, you see both tight ends going to the flats. You see these backers playing way over the top for that possible throw, and instead they end up handing the ball off. Not just a huge play, but on 1st and 10, getting 5 yards before they ever get touched. It's a pretty good play, keeping you ahead of the sticks. Give me a good chance for 2nd and medium, 3rd and short. Keep your drive alive. Fun bunch still. This time Boise. So it's the same game that they're just in. Again, wheel. You're going post. There's your guy to the flats. And right here, if you look at this defensive end, he squeezes pretty hard. So right here, easy read for the quarterback to pull. You're looking 1. Do we really like it? I'd have to say, no, that corner's pretty tight. You got a safety that even roll down to it. Find 2 right here on the wheel. And right here, as you see it, pops wide open because this guy gets his eyes around, ready for the flat route. So give it to him right there in the hole shot. Good throw and catch. He's able to get to the end zone right there. So right there again, fringe of the red zone. This time on 31. Easy pull read. The end is squeezing. Pull it. You're looking 1 to the bang 8, 2 to the wheel. And the Will's the guy. Put it to him. Put it on him. You don't have to put any air on this. Throw it like a whole shot. Pretty good catch there by tight end. And then really good athleticism to find a way to get into the end zone. Another look here. Same play. Will. Bang 8 from the single. Going to the flats here. On this one, I'd say Penix ends up getting a pull read. This DN's upfield a little bit, but then he squeezes inside shoulder, so Penix gets a pull. As you see right there, possibly could have thrown this bang 8 right here into the window. Don't really like the Will, or could throw the flats, but instead Penix just decides that he's going to run this thing and ends up getting a first down. This is on a 4th and 1. So I guess just didn't really feel comfortable on 4th and 1 throwing that thing. But right here, if you're looking at it, could possible give read even here, even though that guy's getting tackled right there at the line of scrimmage. But right there, squeeze just enough. Penix gets the pull. Could possibly throw the bang 8 right here, but he doesn't. There's the Will. Don't like it at all. Or you got the flat route that would get a first down, even easier than what Penix ends up doing right here with a spin move and then getting down. But right there, I guess felt good about himself keeping it. Finds a way to get a first down. And I'm sure if the coach was asking him, he'd talk about down and distance and feeling comfortable about just running and beating this linebacker. But he had a couple different options there where he could have got completions. First 10, same game right here against Tulsa. D end again, he's squeezing, not getting in the quarterback's face so he can get a pull. Do we like the bang 8? Not really. It's kind of jumbled up. Do we like the Will? He's sitting over the top. Had to fit that thing in if we were throwing it. So it ends up flipping to the flats because this happens a lot faster than you'd think. So pull, bang 8, nope. Will, nope. Check down. Easy completion right there. And with the completion, you even got the other tight end out in front, leading, circling the defense, stays in bounds. Gets an explosive play right there against Tulsa. So right there, another interesting reason that if this thing happens pretty quick and you flip to the flats, you got a lead blocker out there on maybe a safety that had rolled down. Now you got the edge circling the defense there for Washington with their bigger bodies and tight ends getting them out in space. Last look right here, and again, I think this is a fun bunch. So again, motion out, and of course, the Dolphins do this a lot. They'll get their receivers in this spot, motion him out, quick motion. Now they're going bang 8. You got the Will, and there's your check down right there. Reading this defensive end, see what happens. This is the guy you're reading here. He just kind of sits. He's really wide. He could get upfield, make it hard on the quarterback, make it hard on that tight end who's going to the flat, so they just give it and just walk into the end zone right there. So really pretty look. Again, you can see that guy's getting wide. This guy's sitting there for this tight end working back. So all you got really is 3, 4, 5 in the box. This guy's rolling in late. So you got 5 on 5 with a little bit of misdirection there in the box. So let's see what happens. They get downhill, get up to the only linebacker that can really stop it if they're bending it back, and then place the momentum through an arm tackle from a safety. Walks in the end zone. Let's go ahead and put 60 up on Cal. Lots of really good stuff out of that set. Now, of course, you could put those guys in line, do a few things with that, but this is what Washington did last year out of that A set, 12 personnel set. Really like those guys off the ball for the versatility of being able to move those guys around, motion them a little bit, motion them in, motion them out. They did it all different ways, so I think it's a really versatile set. Let us know what you think. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch everything that we have going in the college football season. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.